there's an investment, isn't there? Whenever you fire up a new game, you're investing in it. And at the moment, you were saying before, there are so many games out there now. It didn't used to be like this. Now there are hundreds a day.
Some of them are just ridiculously demanding of your time as well.
Yeah. So the decision to play is one that you have to take carefully, and in a considered way. What am I going to invest the next 50 hours, into if I really enjoy this? Because I'm going to be cutting a lot of other things out. And the way I see early access evolving is I think that people will latch on to a particular concept that they might think that is a very good concept, and I'm very interested in looking at how that develops, or potentially a developer. So they might think, I've always really enjoyed what, I don't know,
introversion software.
Yeah.
Or created. For example.
Or anyone else, I've really enjoyed their output, and I'm interested to see what those guys are doing next.
Yeah.
But I think that's how it will be spread. It would be like, I don't know, supporting a movie and going to a really early showing of something. You'd go, you might go and pay to go to like an early screening of a Tarantino movie or something, right? Because you know that you love everything else that he's done, and you want to go and watch that. But you wouldn't do that on anything else, you know. But if Tarantino said to you, "Hey guys, there's some rushes of my next film. Do you want to come round?" You'd probably be like, "Yeah, and that's cool. Let's go and do it." But you wouldn't go to every movie or play every game in early access. And I think that's how I think it's going to stay, and I think that's how it's going to evolve. And I think the people that have exploited early access and not treated it with enough respect will just continue to fail, in early access. And it'll be like very similar to Kickstarter and crowdfunding, very similar thing, that there was a kind of bubble at the start, and then people kind of realized how to become savvy in determining what projects were going to work. If it looked like it was bullshit and it smelled like it was bullshit, it is bullshit, And I think the players have learnt that now. And so I think that similarly, Kickstarter and crowdfunding will go in a similar way, that people will become much more savvy about it, much more selective about where things go. And actually, that's a good thing for developers, because it means that if you get it right and if you think about it carefully, you'll be okay. You can tap into these models that are so good for studios.
Can I just say I'm jealous of your life for how casually you just accepted a pre-screening viewing from Tarantino there. You were like, just like it happened every weekend, basically.
Sure. I can't. I'm launching Prison Architect next week. I'll be there afterwards.